The FSS Hurricane is one of the best guns to use in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Being one of the first guns I got gold, I'm a little bit biased, but I love the Hurricane. I think it does an exceptional job not only at close range, but having a high enough magazine size for multi-kills and range to boot. It kind of feels like one of the more balanced SMGs that they place inside of the game. And with today's build, we're going to be maxing out our ADS speed, our sprint to fire, and our mobility as well. Before we jump into that, I'd like to do a big shout out to the Noti Gang. If you'd like to be featured in the next Noti Gang shout out, make sure to like the video, subscribe, ring the bell, and comment Noti Gang below. Okay, guys, let's take a look at the Hurricane class setups with tuning that we're going to be using for the video today. First up, for the underbarrel, we're going to be rocking this F-Tac Ripper. Now, off the rip, you might be saying you don't want to lose the ADS, but I promise you, after you see the entire build, this is going to keep it tight, keep the bullet spread close together, and it's going to be what you're going to want on your Hurricane. Next up, for the barrel, we're going to be rocking the FSS X7. It has less stability and range than this Cannonite does, but this is going to be for more close range Hurricane build, and it's what I've opted to go with. And again, just wait until you see the kind of the whole setup. I think you're going to like what we did. We're going to do the FSS OLV Laser. Highly recommend unlocking this if you guys don't have this unlocked yet. I use this for a lot of builds because it just gives you free ADS and sprint to fire speed. I think it's one of the best attachments currently in the game. I don't see enough people talking about this, if I'm being honest with you. For the stock, we're going to go with that Demo Quicksilver Collapse. Again, ADS and sprint to fire is kind of king in this game. Not only is it going to be for multiplayer, but I think as Warzone 2 comes out, a lot of people are going to be shifting. It's still using these stats. So on top of that, you get just an overall movement speed increase and this hip fire recoil control. I'm really taking a second to look at this specific attachment because I think it's really important. I just think this is probably going to be the best overall attachment for the Hurricane in the game. It does take a hit to recoil. I've tested it in the firing range. It does take a big hit using this stock, but for an SMG, I just think you can't do better than that. And then finally, for the rear grip, we're going to be rocking the X10 grip. Another incredible attachment with sprint to fire and ADS that we're going to be able to actually tune. So with that in mind, here's your build if you guys want to take a quick screenshot of it. Now let's jump into the tuning. All right, now for our weapon attachment tuning, we're going to start with the F-Tac Ripper. We're actually going to be sliding this down to ADS speed, and then we're going to be rocking this all the way over to aim walking speed. For ARs and rangier builds, I do think that aiming idle stability is slept on in this game because just the sway is so bad in Modern Warfare 2 for a lot of guns. However, this is an SMG. We're not really caring about that. So we're going with aim walking speed and that ADS speed. Next, for our second tuning is going to be the FSS X7 barrel. We're going to be rocking this recoil steadiness and aim ADS time. You might be asking why recoil steadiness. I tested this in the firing range, and if you don't use this slider for the recoil steadiness, it just has a little bit too much bounce, not only left to right, but even like diagonal as well. With using this tuning, you're going to find that recoil is a lot more manageable, and this aim walking speed, as great as it is, strafing just really isn't the meta in Modern Warfare 2. You're not going to get a lot out of it. You're going to get a lot in the way of recoil steadiness, however. And for our third and final attachment tuning is going to be inside of the X10 grip. And you guessed it, it's going to be ADS speed and sprint to fire, as those are the king stats, especially in multiplayer, but will be as well in Warzone 2. That's pretty much it for weapon attachment tuning, guys. Let's jump into the gameplay. Is that gold? Yes, this is gold. This is one of the first guns I got gold. I started liking this gun pretty early on in the beta. I'm going back and forth with the barrels, admittedly, though. Just like his full disclosure, like it wouldn't be honest to me to sit here and say that, like, I know for sure. Like, I think our last video with the AUG, I feel very, very confident that AUG build is like end all be all, right? With this Hurricane, I could see the Cannonite barrel, the other barrel, there's only two barrels, becoming viable because it's better at range than this one. And like maybe people want to go for the sniper support in that way. What's your buck? But this one is definitely the SMG barrel. This build is the SMG barrel. So like look no further than this for the best Hurricane SMG build. But I could see down the road people come to love the Cannonite because it has better range than this. You see that close range time to kill is super, super good. It's got great hip fire. I didn't win there because he's using, you know, the
Are you sure about that?
G8 74U. You know? But this thing still has pretty good range. A little recoil there because I was strafing. I don't have the patience. Skill issue? Maybe. I just do not have the patience to game like that. Like this? Sit here? Oh god, it just feels gross just doing it once. Oh, just can't bring myself to to accept that. So yeah, that's pretty good range though.
Target area updated. Move
Really
to
where it
hard
shines
point.
is the hip fire and just target acquisition up close.
Flash out!
Oh, it actually hit. Who did that hit? This guy.
Hard point. Get ready.
Put their ammo box.
Hard point relocated. Secure the target
Semtex
area.
out!
Double kill? Are they just right there?
Threats in the perimeter.
This guy is awful. Get him out. We don't stand him. We don't stand him.
Hard point relocating. Stand
Enemy UAV active.
I love the hip fire on this too. One thing I haven't really been showcasing as much, admittedly, is the hip fire on this gun. It's really, really good. I'm gonna try to get a little bit more hip fire action for you. Good range there.
by. Threats in the perimeter.
Oh man, where was my teammate at? I think he might have just died. Yeah, see, my teammates are really just not playing objective.
Throwing flash grenade!
Hard point compromised. Secure the area.
Nope. No, I tried to stay alive. I really did.
Hard point relocated. Secure the target area.
Nice little flank for the kid.
Dropping now! Flash out! Flash incoming!
I think that guy was flashed too, so he was just mad confused.
Semtex.
UAV ready to deploy.
Okay.
Flash, watch it!
My eyes.
Last guy!
Next hard point. Stand by.
Changing mag! Dropping ammo here! Reload! Request recon at my location!
Copy. UAV orbiting. Recon
Changing
runway.
mag!
Location updated. Capture the hard point.
I know, yeah, when I said when you can't beat him, join him kind of situation, I know I was complaining about that guy going prone earlier, but I really do want to win this game, so I'm just playing a little bit more objective base. We can actually just hold this position. Ah, looks like they're circling around.
Station.
Throwing flash grenade!
Oh man, I could have had such a freaking banger there had I held that properly.
Grenade! Flash out! Throwing Semtex! Reloading!
Hard point compromised. Secure
Trying to
the
play this
area.
well. Oh, I just sprinted just at the wrong time. I think it's gonna be GG's, GG's, GG's.